participants to also come forward for the lighting of the lamp. Thank you to our dignitaries for lighting the lamp and inaugurating this conference. It's now my privilege to invite Dr. Sanjita R. Ma'am, HOD, Department of CSE Cybersecurity, to deliver the welcome address.
A very warm and pleasant morning to everyone present here. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a heartfelt welcome to this distinguished gathering assembled today for today's program. I deem it a great honor to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Preeti M. Colony, Software Solutions Architect at HCC, whose expertise and experience in the field of technology continue to inspire many aspiring professionals. I request our Vice Principal, Dr. Ravishankar sir, to welcome her with a clap. I also extend a cordial welcome to Mr. Dharman J, Director, Agastya Research and Technology, for gracing this occasion with his valuable presence. I request our Dean Academic Sir, Dr. Sri Rangaraju sir, to welcome him with the tablet. I welcome our Vice Principal Sir, Dr. Ravishankar CD, who is also the IEP Chairman. I request Professor Manjula KT to welcome him with a rose. I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Sri Rangaraju sir, who is our Dean Academic. I request Professor Bhargavi to welcome him with a rose. I welcome Dr. D. John Peter sir, HOD of CSE Department, who has spearheaded this entire conference. I request Dr. Balakrishnan sir to welcome him with a rose. I also take this opportunity to welcome the CTO, heads of the department, faculty members, non-teaching staff, participants, and my dear students who are the pillars and strength of this institution. Your presence today truly adds value and significance to this event. We hope this gathering will be intellectually enriching and inspiring for everyone present. Once again, I extend my heartfelt welcome to each one of you and thank you for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. Thank you.
most welcome. I also welcome Dr. Sanjita R. Ma'am, HOD, Department of Cybersecurity, to this event. I request Mohana Priya Ma'am to welcome with a rose bouquet. Now we move to the release of the conference proceedings. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly release the conference proceedings. Thank you for our dignitaries for the release of the conference proceedings. I now request Dr. Yamman Sri Rangaraju Sir, Dean Academics, Sambhram Institute of Technology, to give a brief overview of the conference.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Very good morning to all our present here. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. I'm going to brief you about the conference. As we are in the 21st century, the realm of advanced computing systems and intelligent communication importance is increasingly becoming the powerful tool for the development of our nation. It has transformed the way of human life as no other technology has done so far. As India is emerging as an IT superpower in the world, it is our responsibility to think on the advancement in these areas. Our international conference, which is being held today, aims at bringing together industry experts, academic professionals, and research scholars who are active in various fields to discuss and highlight the various themes and issues on specified areas like high performance computing, neuromorphic computing, parallel computing, edge and cloud computing, artificial intelligence and robotics, data communication and security, internet technologies, and service-oriented architecture, etc. The 2-day schedule includes keynote speeches by eminent speakers, paper presentation, and technical showcasing by academicians and research scholars. The success of the conference can be attributed to the excellent response that we have received in terms of paper submission from the participants across the country. We have received nearly 525 papers in response to the call for the papers. And all the papers have been pre-blind reviewed as per IEEE standards. The reviewing process resulted us in 114 papers and being accepted for oral presentation and publication in the conference proceeding. Firstly, we would like to thank all the authors and researchers who have responded for our call for paper and participating in the conference. Without their overwhelming support, the conference would have not been a success. We are grateful to our reviewers who found time to read all the papers and suggested authors for improvements. It has immensely helped the local program committee to take final decision in identifying suitable collection of papers and bringing the conference proceeding on time. Our sincere thanks to our Honorable Chairman, Dr. V. Nagaraj, the Chairman of SDI, Sri B. N. Nagaraju, CEO of SDI, and Director Dania Madam, and our beloved Principal, Dr. H. G. Chandrakant, for their constant encouragement and support. We highly appreciate the efforts taken by the organizing committee, spearheaded by Dr. John Sir and Dr. Bala and the entire CSE team to make the conference a grand success. We hope that this conference will be an exciting and enjoyable experience for all the participants. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful overview. I now request Dr. T. John Peter, sir, HOD, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to introduce our chief guest for this occasion.
A very good morning to everyone present here. It is my great honor to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Preeti Mahadevappa Kolavi. Ms. Preeti is a software solutions architect at HP with over 18 years of rich experience in the IT industry and academic collaboration. Her expertise spans diverse domains, including parametrical systems, printer R&D, firmware, personal computing, and digital transformation. Originally an electrical engineering, her passion for technology led her to build a successful career in software engineering and solution architecture, working with reputed organizations such as Accenture and HP along with several startups. He is currently involved in agentic AI projects, developing intelligent and autonomous systems for next generation solutions. Apart from her professional achievements, she actively contributes to campus hiring, initiatives, mentors young talent, and serves as an interview panelist at HP, strengthening the connection between industry and academia. She is also an athletic volleyball player and a neuro-linguistic programming NLP coach, empowering individuals to build content and achieve their potential. We are truly honored to have such an inspiring personality with us today. On behalf of the management and organizing committee, I extend warm welcome to Ms. Preeti. Ma'am, we are delighted to have you with us. Welcome you, ma'am. Now I request Mr. Preeti to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Still louder. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Wow, that's awesome. So when I was sitting there, I was just gazing at all of you. There's a saying that our body remembers more than our mind. So I was trying to get that vibes, energy, what you people have. I could also see that kind of curiosity, what the speaker are going to say, how will it help me? So all those things I was just observing. And actually, few years back, I had been to Ladakh. Then when I came back, people were asking me, what did you see there? How was it? I said, what did I see? More than that, I inhaled so much of pure oxygen that when I just remember that incident, the travel what I did, I just get that vibes back. So that's what I was doing, and I'm so happy and I'm so glad to be part of you now. So, so the respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais have done tremendous job in getting this kind of initiative. which is kind of launch pad for the many ideas and innovations. When I was talking to Balkrishna sir and also the vice principal sir, they were telling that there were some 592 papers submitted, and in that 150 got around 114 or 15 got selected. Around, I think I may be missing the numbers, but it's an achievement in itself. So why do I say it's an achievement in itself? Because brainstorming on the latest technology and the topic, the theme what we have today is advanced computing and intelligent communication engineering. What does that mean? That is the way going forward. This era is meant for that. So now, when I was sharing the diet, I was thinking if whenever I go to such conferences, I feel that hope my family was here. They could see me. Okay, I have been sharing such place with them. So such things and all thoughts were coming in my mind. That can happen to you also. You can. 2 decades back, I was one among you. I was sitting somewhere there, and then I was listening to the lecture session. That can happen for you also. How did it happen? So I'll come to that later. But since this is more related to the technical part, I thought of covering 2 things here. When I was talking to Balkrishna sir other day, I was asking what kind of topic would be relevant. What do you think? Do you have any specific things which I have to speak on? Then he was very liberal. He said, "Ma'am, whatever you feel like talking, you just go ahead." Then I was thinking, I was just brainstorming. Then I thought, okay, thoughts came to my mind. So day in, day out, I work on technology part. So will talking only on technology, will it be boring? Or should I something blend in something like become a bridge or bridge that gap between the industry and academia? So with that thought in process, so last 24 hours was very hectic for me. I was just discussing with Balkrishna sir. There were some production releases, and we had to revert the release because of some caching issues. All those were going on in my. But at the same time, since we are very good at multitasking, I was thinking of what would help you students. So when I just entered, I could think of 2 things. One is, let me give you a real-time example. What I go to day in day out. Recently, actually, we usually find out some problems, but finding a solution to that problem is a bigger thing. So there was a burning problem. I will not say it is as if something related to technical, but it was a problem which I can iterate as. So we have a hierarchy in our company, and there is a program manager, and then comes the product manager, then comes the PO. So there is a product owner kind of thing. But after that, we architects come into role, and then the engineers, all those things. So there was a gap in the system where there was a gap for the product owner. Now, what is the role of product owner? We try to find. Do you know what is the role of a product owner in any chart? Product owner is the one who would elaborate the ethics. Now, what is an ethic? A feature, for example, any feature. For example, you have written so many papers. So, in one of the papers, you take and you want to get it implemented. When you want to get it implemented, what all we think in the mind? First, we identify the problem statement. So, what was the so first empathize? What empathize means? What is the problem statement? So next is when we empathize, then we ideate. Once we ideate, okay, this is my idea, this is all. Then we define. Okay, so whatever I'm saying is just the tip of the iceberg, or there are any other problems related to that. So that's where we define clearly the problem. Defining the problem statement is the crucial part of any project. And then protocol, then comes the testing. So these all 5 things come under something called design thinking. Knowingly, unknowingly, we execute this design thinking in our day-to-day life. So coming to the problem system, what I was talking about, there was no product owner. So what is the role of product owner? Just getting that feature defined as subtask, story. So in that case, what happened? The story everybody is keen in doing the coding, designing, everything, but nobody is interested in doing the mundane work kind of writing the story. Then what clicked to my mind is, let me do things because I was also affected. I thought this may come to me that I have to write a story. So, thinking that in mind, what I started was I started exploring how it can be done. I just emphasized, I just thought what is the problem statement? How many people are getting affected by this? Then one thought came to my mind, why not use the prompt engineering, agentic AI, all those things into my project and get it done. So what did I do? Using generative AI, I came up with a solution called SMART. It is a simplified model for assisting requirement transformation. The name itself says that it is something which will transform the requirements into the task. So with that, so now it is in the testing phase. Prototype I have already done, it's in the testing phase. Now when I brought this to my manager, he was so happy. So we can call it as a proxy PO. So so there will be burning problem in and around us. When we try to find out such problems, though it may be oscillating, though you see there was PO where the person was supposed to write only the documentation. What this feature is about, how, for example, to give an example, maybe I can give an example of, okay, you want to create a calculator, okay, program a calculator. What you would do first, I would give the prompt just saying that I want calculator. Create the epics and the subtask for that. If so happens, then it will start, the prompt itself is so important that I should mention it in what way I want it, whether I want it in JSON format or which format, so that it will ID. So what we did, we took the help of Microsoft Azure, the completion, and with that we were able to generate it. So now it's the testing phase. This part, why I wanted to share with you people is, as I again telling that there will be problems in and around us. We have to come up, emphasize those, ideate them, and then define them and protocol and then test. So actually, I was thinking of talking of uh, the the technology what we work on, but then I thought first let me try to bridge that gap. I usually go for intern hiring or freshers hiring. So what I see is recently I've gone to the VIP Vellore Institute of Technology, and tremendous efforts by that institution also for getting the people not only from their college, from in and around, and also the students were very good at latest technology. But when it came to the fundamentals, they were not able to meet the expectations. And not all of them, I could say, some were able to meet that. So my emphasis would be on get that foundation strong. For example, since you're from CSC, ICACSE, all the, I mean, everything there's a computer background, I would say, since we cannot, it's software which we cannot touch, feel, and then we can, well, what we can just ideate it. So in that case, what I would say is, take simple concept a day. Now, for example, OOPS concept. What is OOPS? Object-oriented programming, right? So whole world is a OOPS, object-oriented programming. What are the OOPS principles when I ask? You need not go and remember your notes or something. Instead, what object-oriented program, it has inheritance. There's a hierarchy. There's a parent, there's a child, so that's it. For example, a car is a vehicle, for example, and also encapsulation, abstraction goes in hand. So, for example, the switch itself, some of the features are hidden from you, and some are shown. So, abstraction and encapsulation goes hand to hand. When you relate such things in your day-to-day life, you will remember it for a lifelong. And also, a small question I asked, what is an interface? So they started telling about how it is used. It's a simple question. It's a contract. So when you have a contract with someone, what you do? You abide with the rules. So I have my rules, you have to abide. So interface is nothing but a contract. And also, for example, if you have a design, or maybe there are so many design patterns, okay, and also principle, solid principle, for example. Okay? So when you take all those, you can break down into day-to-day real life what you undergo. And for example, full stack development. What is full stack development? When you are building a house, there is interior, there is everything, there is plumbing work, there is, so all the when you relate, there's a back. So when it's full stack development, knowing theoretically and then practically when you relate to the existing world, real world scenarios, you will be remembering it for the lifelong. So those things I wanted to know, tell you people. And other things are when we hire the interns, okay, I see there are some other gaps like though they'll be very good at communication, culture comes into picture. We are a multicultural team. In our team, my manager is from Poland, and my some of my colleagues are from Poland, Sweden, and some are from Japan, some from China, and some are from US. So when there is a such kind of culture diversity, what happens? A intern enters our team. In Indian culture, we do have it's just it's a culture that first the head of the organizer, head of the team has to speak, manager has to speak, then the senior most, then me, then comes the intern. Intern, when we ask them to speak up, they speak up. But what I will say, you people are fresh minds. When you enter a team, not just okay, follow whatever is there, but break break the prototype. What you have to say, you have to bring your ideas to the table and speak whatever comes. And saying no is one thing. Okay, there was one incident my manager was speaking to me. He had been to US and there was this Japanese guy called Takeshi, and he had very good manual. After one conference like this, he had written a very good manual, and maybe it is in partially Japanese and partially in English. It so happened that my manager went to him and he asked, okay, if you have a very beautiful manual, can you just share with me? He wanted to tell no, but his culture restricts him from saying no to someone. Then he said, no, I mean, he said, saying, yeah, I can share, but it is not that clear. It's in Japanese. I cannot share. It is just the configuration values I'm looking for, he said. Then he started with a weird smile, which made my manager, who is from European culture, he said, okay, what is it happening? And also, that incident shared with me by my manager, then he said that for the culture difference, we have to bridge that gap in the culture difference also. And one other incident, which I just now remember, the same, my manager name is Yurek, so Yerji Socha. When he had come to India initially, during one of the, during initial, our handshake for the team's okay, assignments, when he had come and we usually what we do, when a presentation is giving, we sit silently or we nod our head. We nod in whatever time. We don't say this way. We just say that. Did you understand? No. It was so difficult for my manager to understand that are we really understanding what I'm saying? So this he particularly tells in almost all the whenever we meet the freshers and I'll say, so make sure that you nod your head properly so that I'll understand you really understand. So those kind of culture differences are there which we can meet, and also time sense is very much needed. Like when it is sharp, we do make sure it is sharp that meetings and all. So those are the things. Okay, these things I want to share, and definitely having that the basic knowledge, a strong foundation is must. Now, if I still have time, I can continue for a couple of minutes. So actually coming to the technologies, what we work on. Since I'm from HP, we work on the PCs and the printer domain. So this is my bread and butter. So I thought I'll talk something about it. And the theme what we have this advanced computing and intelligent communication. So we do adapt that in our PCs and printers. So you might have heard of the AI powered PC. AI powered PCs, what they do, what is the basic feature of that is, depending on the usage, it will optimize the battery, CPU, and the memory. So that way, it is helpful for everyone. It's not like the same thing has to be for everyone. So that way, it is really helpful. And then coming to the doc scanner, we need not go to the cloud and get the scanning. So at the PC level itself, we have a scanner. So, and security. Security is the main thing, and so the threat. In hand, we understand the security threats basically for the enterprise PC. So here already we are adapting the advanced computing as well as intelligent communications here. Then coming to the printers. Printers are connected, they are intelligent, and they are service driven. When I say service driven, I love to talk about this topic called subscription. So you might, all of you would have been subscribed to Netflix or Prime, isn't it? How many of you have subscribed to Netflix or Prime? Can you raise your hand? Wow, very studious group is here, so they don't watch anything. Looks like. Only Instagram. Okay, no. So you must. So why I wanted to tell this example is we want to relate it with the subscription model. We pay and then we use, right? The same thing happens for the printer. Printer as a service. Have you heard of the printer as a service? So what does that mean is you need not buy a printer. You will subscribe for a printer, enterprise printer, and everything from the OS to the firmware to the even the if any we call it the NTR, it's called no touch repair system. Even the repair system, everything we do it. So you just have to subscribe for the printer. So this kind of model we do. And then coming to PC as a service. In case of PC as a service also, the same thing, hardware, software, everything we take it. It's only that you have to subscribe for that model. So this is a big thing in US and all, it's a big thing. In India, it is yet to get implemented. And I'm proudly saying I'm part of this subscription model. Then coming to, okay, there is something called HP Secure Print. What does that mean? I have a document and I'm running around the floor in my company. And I don't have the IP address of that company. Now all the printers are on LAN. I need not make sure that I go to such particular printer. With that LAN connected printer, it so happens that I just have to send my document to the cloud. And I go to the LAN connected printer, I authenticate with my ID card, I authenticate, and then I'm authorized to print. So that way, it is seamless printing. Here, again, advanced computing, through the PC as a service, and then printer as a service, and then this HP Secure Print. And also there are a lot of works, lot of patents around the algorithms, and also how the ink itself is ink engineering itself is a division actually. So that way everything, there's so many patents going on, so many research are going on, and so there is vast. This world is so wide that you can explore many things. Okay? So I would say that okay, you are fresh mind, young mind. Before winding up my speech, I would say three things you have to always keep in my mind, which I also follow. Whatever I do for a purpose. And second one, I do it with courage. When you have courage, so purpose, there is an ambition, correct? I have to achieve that. But what is the purpose? Purpose will drive you to that ambition, that goal. And then second, courage. Courage of saying yes also, and saying a no also. Courage to say no is a big thing. So when you are overwhelmed, saying no is a big thing. So courage, say that okay, I want India to every child, every kid in India, student in India should have a PC. So it's a courageous statement. But how will I do it? It's a purpose driven also. But how will I do it? So again, purpose will help me to achieve that. That I want. And last but not the least, accountability. As a student, as a professional, as whatever, we are accountable for whatever we do. Whatever I say, I have to do. Otherwise, I don't. So such things I always follow. And thanks. Be curious and stay hungry. That's my statement for the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring and motivating words. I now invite Mr. Dharman J, Director, Agastya Research and Technology, to share insights.
Respected Chairman Dr. V. Nagaraj, distinguished guests, eminent speakers, faculty members, researchers, and the dear students. Good morning to all. It is a great honor and the privilege for me, Dharman J, Director of Agastya Research and Technologies, to be part of this prestigious international conference on advanced computing systems and intelligent communication engineering. I extend my sincere gratitude to the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to address such an esteemed gathering. First, I would like to congratulate Sambhram Institute of Technology for organizing this conference, which brings together brilliant minds from academia, industry, and research to share knowledge and innovation in the rapidly evolving fields of computing and communication engineering. Today, we are living in a time where technology is not just supporting human life, it is shaping the future of humanity itself. Advanced computing systems, artificial intelligence, cloud infrastructure, and intelligent communication networks are transforming every sector, including healthcare, infrastructure, education, and governance. From smart cities to autonomous systems, from data-driven decision making to real-time communication networks, the integration of computing and communication technologies, creating a powerful ecosystem that drives efficiency, innovation, and growth. At Agastya Research and Technologies, we strongly believe that collaboration between academia and industry is the key to meaningful innovation. Research should not remain confined with laboratories or academic journals. It must translate into a real-world solution that address practical challenges faced by society. This conference is a perfect example of such collaboration. It serves as a platform where ideas are not only shared but also transformed into impactful applications. I would like to emphasize three important aspects for all participants here. First, innovation with purpose. Technology should solve real problems, whether it is water, management, infrastructure development, or intelligent transformation. As many of you are aware, sectors like public infrastructure and government projects are increasingly relying on advanced computing and communication systems for better execution and transparency. Second, industry-academia collaboration. Students and researchers must actively engage with industry challenges. Intensive live projects and collaborative research initiatives are essential to bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical implementation. Third, future readiness. The technologies we discussed today, AI, IoT, cybersecurity, 5G, and beyond, will define the next decade. Continuous learning and adaptability are crucial. The future belongs to those who are ready to evolve the technology. I also want to highlight the importance of ethical responsibility in technology. As we build intelligent systems, we must ensure they are secure, inclusive, and beneficial to the society as a whole. To the students present here, you are the future innovators. Do not limit yourself to textbooks, explore, experiment, and take risks. The world is full of opportunities for those who are willing to think differently. To the researchers and faculty, your role in shaping the next generation is invaluable. Your guidance and the mentorship will determine how effectively knowledge is translated into progress. In conclusion, I once again thank the organizers for this wonderful initiative. I am confident that this conference will lead to the meaningful discussions, collaborations, and innovations that will contribute to the technological advancement and social development. Let us work together to build a smarter, more connected, and sustainable future. Thank you all. Have a great conference.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. May I humbly request all the dignitaries present on the stage to kindly present the memento, a token of appreciation to Miss Preeti M. Kolavi. Now I request all the dignitaries present on the stage to kindly present the moment, a token of appreciation to Mr. Dharman J. thank you to all the dignitaries. It's now my privilege to invite Dr. P.V. Ravishankar Sir, Vice Principal of Sambhram Institute of Technology, to talk about this conference.
Good morning to one and all. Please on the dais, honorable today's and honorable and in the absence of actually our principal and chairman has to come due to some immediate meetings and all, they could not make it. And thanks to the HODs of all the departments. And another important person of today's event is our John Peter. So he is the convener of this conference. And really I appreciate the team of this conference. Many are there, many are involved, especially the conference chairs, general chairs, and conference co-chairs, publication committee, finance committee, website committee, and organizing committee members. Kudos to all of you and our technical team who are sitting here. It is very planned organizing this particular program. And another very important associate of this conference, Agastya Group. So thank you very much for supporting this our organizing committee to do all these activities this today event. And I am very much thankful to the coordinators of this conference who did exceptionally well. And you made this event a very nice event. This is the 5th international conference in our college. Already 4 was conducted, and this is the 5th one. Really, compared to all the earlier 4 conferences, this conference has got almost 592 number of papers across the world also. Outside the country also many papers came, and many states actually came. One important thing I found is, out of these total papers, what and all we come across, almost 40%, more than 40% of the papers are single author papers. And in single author papers, almost 60% are written by single author lady authors. Women authors are there. And other papers which are actually contributed by many authors. In that also, women authors are more. Yes, chief guest is also a lady. So now actually it is very astonishing that, and it is very impressive that girls and women are also involved more in research and development. Not only in academics, not only in various industries, but always actually a depth of involvement of women in research and development is always very minimal. Now slowly it is rising, and this conference is one of the conferences which can showcase involvement of women is more in this. It is astonishing, really. I have gone through this, a lot of information. And next is actually, see, many times people will say latest technology will thrive. But what we want to say is, which one we have to call as the latest technology? Today's latest technology, tomorrow it is old technology. Day after tomorrow it will vanish. And next another 4 or 5 days, if we talk about the technology, even the products, it will be nowhere. How many of you people actually remember your hard disk or even floppy disk and all, even pages and all? See, lot of changes have happened in industry, and as Madam rightly said, irrespective of latest technology, what you learn, but basics and fundamentals is always important, because that will only maintain and sustain throughout the world. And COVID made the society and people and technocrats to think out of the box concepts like virtual meetings and all. Actually, COVID taught us a lesson to find out new ways for communication. And now present, war is going on. You know very well that war tells us that technological supremacy, technological drawbacks, where and our loopholes are there. Even so-called so many countries are telling we are superpower in technology, but it is miserably actually proved that it is wrong. And some countries, we are thinking that they are nowhere in the technology, but they are teaching a good lesson to the so-called highly technological countries. Like that means here nobody is scrap. Nobody is under that. ಕನ್ನಡ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾವರ್ಬ್ is there. ಯಾವ ಊಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಹಾವು ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. In the same way, who knows? The people who are sitting here, maybe one fine day you may become CEO, you may become great research scientist and all. So this type of conferences will make a bridge between the known people and unknown people, and learned people and not learned people, and the thinkers and non-thinkers. All such can come together here, share the knowledge, share the thoughts. So many technical papers are here, so many are thought-provoking, so many are able to do products also, so many can get patents also, these papers. I hope many students, many teachers will take the giveaway from this is that one only. Think out of the box, think about so many problems and issues in the society, give a solution for that in terms of your research. Thanking once again the coordinators and committee of this conference to give a chance to me to speak here on behalf of principal and management. Thank you very much for you. All the best for you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Gratitude is the foundation of every successful event. I now invite Dr. K. Ananta Padmanabhan, sir, Professor and HOD, Department of IOC, to propose the oath of thanks.
Shubhodaya, good morning. Gratitude is the greatest form of attitude, and today is Ramanavami. I'll start thanking with Ram. Okay? Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanam Varanane Ramanam Varanane Umnamayati. So with the blessing of Ayodhya Ram, we are ending this inaugural function. I would like to thank our respected Chairman Dr. V. Nagraj, who is the Chief Patron of Sambhram Group of Institutions. One round of applause for Dr. V. Nagraj in his absence. Today morning by 9:15, we had our CEO in the auditorium verifying whether all the facilities are in place. Yeah, type of commitment what Sir B.M. Nagraj sir, our CEO, has shown, so that this conference is being conducted in the right spirit with all necessary facilities. I thank Sri B.M. Nagraj sir, CEO, Sambhram Group of Institutions. In every house, there will be a lady who will be controlling, coordinating, collaborating all activities of the family. In Sambhram Group of Institutions, we have our Director Madam, Danya Madam, who has been source of inspiration and support for all activities in this campus. I wholeheartedly thank Danya Madam in her absentia. We have a very dynamic principal and campus director, Dr. Chandrakant, who has been motivating us to conduct workshop, conference, seminars and all. In his absentia, I would like to thank Dr. Chandrakant for providing us a wonderful opportunity to organize this two-day international conference. Thank you, sir. we have a very versatile vice principal, Dr. Ravi Shankar, who has been compelling us to conduct n number of activities in the campus, whether it is faculty, HOD or students, motivating us to come out of our comfort zone and take up some risk activities. So I thank Dr. Ravi Shankar sir. All academic activities in this campus are duly recognized and supported by our Dean Academics, Dr. Sri Rangarajan sir. Thank you very much, sir. Chief guest of today's function, Miss Preeti M. Kolari, Software Solution Architect, HP Inc. Madam highlighted three important issues. One is we need to have a purpose. Second, we need to have courage. And third, we need to nod. I fully agree with her. Earlier, I used to think PC means personal computer. She has given a new definition for PC. Purpose and courage. Okay? And the third one, she wanted all of you to nod, especially for boys in this section. Once they get married, surely they will learn the art of nodding, madam. Okay? Then, I am very happy that Sambhram Institute of Technology had a wonderful collaboration with Agastya Research and Technologies and SAIT Press. Director of Agastya Research and Technology is with us, Mr. Dharman. On behalf of whole organizing committee, I wholeheartedly thank him for supporting us and providing a platform for all of you in attending this international conference. Thank you very much, sir. In advance, before the keynote address is being given, okay, I would also like to thank Dr. Kannadaran Suryan, Associate Professor and Head, EC Department, Steady World College of Engineering, Coimbatore. I want one round of applause in advance for sir. Already many of the speakers have highlighted 592 papers were received, 114 has been accepted. For all these research scholars and authors, one round of huge applause for showing interest in our international conference and through your research paper, making our international conference a great success. No international conference is possible without energetic, curious student participants. So I want all faculties to give one round of applause for our student participants. Now, international conference is being guided by faculties, HODs, teaching faculty, non-teaching faculty. One round of applause for all those who are here, who are involved here in this conference, directly or indirectly. Now, I would like to thank everyone who is present here, not present here, who is going to present their paper across online platform. Thank you one and all. Enjoy our hospitality, participate in your session, and please make this international conference a great success. Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for the gracious vote of thanks and for acknowledging the efforts.
Sorry, 1 minute. I forgot to thank the convener and co-convener of international conference, Dr. John Peter sir and Dr. Bala and all organizing committees. We are very thankful to John Peter sir and Bala sir for providing us a platform to show our research skills. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the gracious vote of thanks and for acknowledging the efforts of all those who made this event possible. Now, I request everyone to stand for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
deliver the keynote address. I request the audience to be patient for another 1 minute. Sir will be connecting us online and then we will start with this keynote address. Thank you one and all for this opportunity.
Good morning, very good morning to all. Sorry for the inconvenience for the joining the online meeting for the keynote speaker. The brief introduction, thank you, sir. Brief introduction for me. After once again, thank you so much. First of all, sincere thanks to our management of Sambhram Institute of Technology, the principal and the management to support these keynote speakers to set up one of conferences. Nowadays, lot of conferences connected, but this type of conferences, the type is very, very different because the advanced computing system, intelligent computing. Go to the computing. Nowadays, we are growing our research working out from the computing techniques and automation techniques. Nowadays, growing for the research. So this type of the conferences is nice one. The public and the types of publications. So I sincerely thank our management and our management of the principals to set up other conferences international levels also. First, after I sincerely thank our Dr. A. Balakrishnan sir, Associate Professor of CSC, Sambhram Institute to invite the deliver the lecture for me, inviting for me. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Professor. Then I sincerely thank our government sir to support for this type of conferences to connect our Sambhram Institute of Technology. Okay. So nowadays, you know that lot of going for the decentralized, but we are going to moving the level of the research oriented decentralized. For example, for IoT, decentralized lot of things. Okay, myself, Dr. Eskanarasan, working as Associate Professor in the Department of PC and History, and studied for the engineering Coimbatore. We got license of so many of experiences, lots of teaching and research experiences, and we have a very lot of publications also. So, lot of speeches in the national and international levels also. Okay, so nowadays we growing a lot of growing nowadays. So we are the input from our research going to IoT. In theory, that one IoT, the quantum computing, then artificial machine learning, lot of growing research and also the basic ones also. So nowadays we implement our in Bangalore, especially in Bangalore, we get from the large space. One second.
प्रेजेंटेशन स्क्रीन ही दिखा देना सिर्फ हैं
So nowadays in Bangalore, the growing rate of our growing rate in the quantum computing. Okay. So it is said quantum computing. You know that everyone knows for quantum computing is a recent trend in our easy domains also. So nowadays in Bangalore, growing for quantum computing. So the concept of the advanced computing, the customer development, all the common technology, quantum computing. Okay. Nowadays. Before going that, these artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning is always converted from the physics level. Okay. So what is the machine learning? Artificial intelligence. It is a performance to the computer task with absolute intelligence being. If the not of the artificial intelligence doing a computer perform task, everyone to task in your computer to associate the intelligence being. It is artificial intelligence. You know that. Then machine learning. What is the machine learning? It performs from our example, relying on hardcoded full content. We make some rules under the view data from our data. Okay, this is the machine learning itself. Then deep learning. This deep learning certificate, lot of algorithms implemented nowadays. Okay, Partian algorithm, so resistance, lot of algorithms using the machine learning network of the deep learning method. Universal algorithm is all algorithm learning models. To implement our representation, for example, we depend from the one or two cat, for example, cat. We depend from each and every cat images convert from our pre-processed stages to your language level to land particular layer. Okay. Using this type of layer comes for deep learning network. Okay. This artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, this all the convert from comment from our the one of the level of advanced level of supercomputing. Nowadays supercomputing. What is supercomputing? There are two only supercomputing and the quantum bit. There are only for about 0 and 1. Yeah. That is a supercomputer. That is a supercomputer and supercomputing also. So we represent 0 and 1 in the quantum computing. So any for two is a multiple number of bits in the single domain from using the 0 and 1 to represent from the quantum computing. So now the quantum computers nowadays going through the quantum computers also. So this type of the quantum computers become implemented in our the proprietary data. Okay, because the all of our quantum computers is available in our quantum proprietary data. Okay, so this type of the quantum includes 0 and 1 only. So what is quantum computer? If computer, you know the computer is a machine. Okay, that all this perform in the calculation. If any doing some calculation using for quantum, because in this quantum computer we can use for 0 and 1 only. We represent for quantum mechanics. Okay, which is the bigger from our particle of atomic element. So these quantum places, this one of the basic levels of the one from the physics level, only the essential. This all these quantum computer based on our quantum system itself also. So these type of 0 and 1 is implemented in our system to perform our lot of performance is available. Yeah. So based on our experiments, we implement our the algorithm, the source order we need for the research. You can modify your papers or anything to research, doing from research in your field from at the time of the 0 and purpose using method or okay, that is in basic. This quantum is already fixed from the 1982. The Fermat is proposed to the quantum computer. I think it is a Fermat. This quantum mechanics. First is that is based on the quantum mechanics. This quantum mechanics is one of the part of the quantum physics. Then this particle physics also. So in 1982, the Fermat is already proposed how to create a machine in the laws. For example, you know that lot of formulas there, mathematics formulas, numerical formulas. This all the formulas, all the derivatives from our quantum computer, these are classical physics. Derived from our classical physics only. In 1985, they will develop the quantum level machine to develop our quantum level to quantum mechanics into your universal level. In 1994, beta star came up with these beta star. This term creates from algorithm, already from algorithm. Let's from a solve algorithm. This is the most simple algorithm of quantum algorithm. So it is a quantum star algorithm with a large number of these polynomial types. Polynomial, you know that we know you know the polynomial the max of the polynomial. The same control very large number of numbers in this polynomial. Somebody asked from this, sir, how to very it is how it is for 0 nodes is a lot of things. Yes, it is possible because it starts from 0 to 1, which is multi number of bits already generated. So each and every bit generated, each and every process using the algorithm or using the implementation of power devices with the supercomputer. That is the supercomputer nowadays growing in the zero nodes only the supercomputer growing in our electronics field. So it is a random one of the quantum search algorithm. So in 1997 itself. So how do these quantum computers, how do the data representation, how do the data often to running from one to other source, how do these algorithms implement in our quantum computing. So this is a normal, there is no quantum bit. All of it is a single atom bit. In this type of a nucleus, okay, a bit of it is a single atom. Then single atom bit is considered from the one or two states. For example, 0 and 1 only. This is a single bit of the qubit. Okay. This qubit converts from our the nucleus, this state 1. This low state, exit state. This 0 bit converts from our 1 bit. This is better 1 bit. This is the how to the representation of this qubit in our the nucleus spectral cycle in the ground circle socket. How to the frequency analysis? Yes. Because how to the time control? Because these two circles implement from one to other stages. It is the lot of 0 to 1 is possible over these devices. Okay. So 0 1 0 1 some lot of constants present. So each and every nucleus from 0 to 1 is mentioned in our state also. Okay. So how do they represent it? We know that all of in the superposition theorem, one of the two-stage theorem. So the alpha 1, this alpha 2. Alpha is supposed to 0 represented. Alpha is supposed to 1 is represented. So we represent for the two states as an addition. We using the complex variable. We using from the alpha 1 and alpha 2 to equal to 1 into 2. This is the like of the 2. That is the superposition at time of the same bit and also the 0 nodes that is the both states greater than 1 and the physical 0 bit at the same time in the qubit inverses also. So this is the representation of the qubit. Okay. Then how do the data travel? Okay. Nowadays, a lot of the bit is going to represent from 0 to 1. Okay, there's a lot of sequences that go in that. Okay, that as a sequences probability in the balanced superposition theorem using the alpha is 1 by lambda root over 2. Here using from the where n is the bit. Okay, how many number of bits you got transmitted, how many number you got received in the insider, this color from a superposition to represent the 1 by 2 original values also. So n is not. And then 30% super for the same construct. So how do the operation of the bit? So normally, how do the operation of the bit? In this case, if for AND gate, there are 3 cases in this side. Okay, we know that. So this is a basic one of quantum gate. Nowadays, going to research from our some of the algorithms. Okay, star algorithm. Okay, this is the main algorithm. So how do they implement our quantum computing level in the Fourier transform and the parallelization? This is one of the algorithms that using star algorithm is a large number of polynomial types. The algorithm depend upon the modern arithmetic, quantum parallelization and the quantum Fourier transform itself. Okay, now the star algorithm. How do they model it? For example, the important numeric theory, f of a x of a is equal modify. Modify all of that, how do they model it? I use from the n total number of 15 and x equal to 7. So we need for the 7 model of 15 value 1. 7 model of 1 model of 2. So this is the set of the data. So we go going from our star algorithm, a lot of going there. Okay. So this is the one of the examples. This is one of the research, okay, because the x of the data, we convert from the quantum computer, from data we pick up from the x into r of it. And x, that is the center of the site, this is the receiver of the data transfer from one device to another device. Okay, for example, G. Okay, this x of r of s in the x of a G. Okay, this r of t converts from the real analytic or simple of facts of the G. So, you real time how to see facts that. For example, with data from the 0, 1, 0, 1 represent from the x of s, then we convert from our transfer of t, we go to the signal of the G. Okay. We come first with 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 like that. The next with 0, 1, 0, we compare with each and every bit. For first bit and the second bit control 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 and the second bit 0, 1, 0. Each and every bit to compare each and every cell to the data transfer is here. This error, quantization error or optimization error. So optimization or quantum field modeling also. So this type of the quantum technique using our theta of G. So some a lot of the formula is that. Okay, this is our and a quantum neural network. Okay. For example, we design input set around the quantum all of the neural network. Okay. From the input layer, out it is the hidden layer and the output layer is the consequence. The same operation using the forward back reaction and the back propagation reaction. This is the input layer. There are two layers input layer. Lot of there is a few of one upper layer, one of two, one of three. Then L is equal to 1 up to the layer of the capital of 1 to capital of L. So we using the cost transfer concept. The input state goes to from the data preparation, the input state, the nice quantum level, and a nice output state. These type of the clock cycle is into the cost concept using the quantum neural network. The back and the back propagation applicable to our input layer, output layer. From data is transferred from our input layer to hidden layer. Some error is occurred. This error is input from some algorithm. That algorithm is input from the star algorithm and the neural network input over the hidden layer to set up the nice image distributed data table. These output sets are coming from our the cost of function. Okay. So this is one of the example. The first step -1, -2, -1. This the horizontal. This is the vertical. This horizontal the value quantum value and the vertical value comes from our plus 45 degree is horizontal value, minus 45 degree is the vertical value. For conversion, -1, then 2. We convert from the each and every data using the algorithm. For example, this one comes from 1, -1 into 2, then -1. This converts from another layer. This converts back. Each and every horizontal and the vertical layer to come from each and the overlapping is there. Overlapping is nothing but the value is upgrade and the value is downgrade also. So we using the horizontal and the vertical of the plus 45 degree and this minus 3 degree. So this is our the vertical value and the horizontal from the value of the plus 45 degree and the minus 45 degree. Okay. The same example, the zero level. There is peak of -1. Just 0, then peak of -1, peak of -2, peak of -3, peak of -2. Why are you using for this type of this for 0 for one layer to convert from the 1. Then next Q1 to Q2. Then Q2 to next Q3. Up to how many layers is later greater than output of this is C1. They come out with C2. We count the two operations. We convert from this C1 and the C2 to implement our the quantum computing algorithm. Okay. This is the quantum computer, not quantum computer. This quantum computer is used in our US system. So in USA, one of the university, the quantum computer is designed from our this one of the quantum computer lab. So each and every is coming from our quantum computer. So 0 node represents level. So this is the best example. How do they one of the how does the output this quantum computer is possible? For example, before going there, how did this logic you have applied? Yes. This quantum computer we convert from our graphing itself. Okay. So how many the iterations? How many iterations is done from our 0 to 1? This how many is the condition applied from our quantum neural network also. So these type of iterations going from our large and the low from the quantum computer. Then before going there, we can use it from our traditional level. Okay, from quantum processor. How does the quantum computer for going this quantum processor? Okay. This quantum processor, how does it processor? The lower inline large amplifier to convert analog to digital converter, the control system, then we convert digital analog converter mixer. The timing up to 1.4 kilohertz, equal to 3 kilohertz. We convert from the quantum processor to convert from our traditional method and proposal method. So this quantum convert from our traditional optimized logic system. So the references, all the references C1, C2 connected from our devices from the C1 to processor, the input of boot cell. This boot cell is from the references from the 0 to 1 reference of our devices. So these two will convert from our each and every bit will transfer from one to another stage also. So C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C8 up to the C1. This is your two switches. This is a capacitor value to convert plus and minus to using the SR logic to D1 to D8. This is the divider of the regulator. For example, how to the C1? C plus increment of C I plus equal to 2 IC1, I equal to up to the level of 7. Then C is equal to C2. This is the reference level. Then next, okay. These diagram, these block diagram or non-block diagram, diagram, how do the supercomputer number, supercomputer number percentage? This is the input level. There are input IN, we reference 2C, 2C. So displacement, first input will be 0. So we convert from the state, the switch is on off condition, the switch is open. Okay. Then we reference 2C, we reference C, we reference C. Then the input, then we reference to C. Okay, now we reference of whole square cylinder. If these conditions satisfied, that means the V input greater than V input is applying from the 0 to bit is going from our V input of then this is open, otherwise the V input from was nothing. This is one of the steps. Intermediate step, the first level step, then is yes, other now is 0. Then next step 1 by 4, 3 by 4, 3 by 4. So you can for 1 by 4 over yes. These inputs for references of we need for the V of by 2. So we need some of the calculation doing for our research. Okay. So these all the input stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Intermediate stage, single stage, there are 2 stages, then there are the 3 stages. Okay. This yes or no. Okay. Yes or no. This up to the point of the at the end of the level of the 0 no proportion of the this under the close of the conditions of the V reference level below the value for quantum computing. Okay. This is our the sample output. The example sample there are 3 1 stage to the 4 stages. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We like the V input going ready and decreases going increases then steady. This is the bit representation of the 0 1. This level converts from 0. This level of 1. This level of the 0. This level of the 1. This level of the 1. Okay, this is the sample out of the GPU. Okay. So we represent of the 0 1 0 1 1. This is the representation of our quantum computer. So only we references to half of the reference and one of the reference. Okay. Nowadays the capacitor also. Capacitor array. These already told for the good subsystem. This is one of the hardware devices to capacitor array. This is the supercomputer. Lot of capacitors are connected from array sector to implement in our system. So this is our implement in our system. This is our booster. Between these two systems, the capacitor is the logic system. So booster systems and booster systems to convert from the SR logic itself. So these about the hardware will in our system to implement the devices to become our supercomputer itself also. So this is our capacitor. Now we go this algorithm. Nowadays this is the research. So how do the research? Okay. For example, this one y minus 1 x minus 1. This we come same one. The last one y plus 1 x plus 1. Then same y plus 1 x minus 1. The same way. Why using that these values will be changed. The value already changed from the minus going to be positive. Y minus 1 y plus 1 x minus 1 x plus 1. But this for first bit only change. X plus 1 means y minus 1. X minus 1 not plus. Because based on our output y and minus change is the value. Okay. And next this one y minus 1 into x. The same also. Y plus 1 into x. Then the cross y into x. So y into y x plus minus x. Now there are the lots of the single quantum for the list of the array 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. These 7 the basic input output only for only 4 dynamics x and y. Then x and y because the lot of combination is there. For example, in carbon sector, another carbon sector, then this sector carbon, this all the input of the x and y in this carbon computing. Yeah. This there is input for our this system. This is our one of the array sector of the supercomputer. So now star algorithm already told this algorithm is superposition. For example, how do they shortcut vectors analysis? Yes, it is analysis for if integer value q is fixed there. So n square less than equal to 2 less than 2 for n square. We become the value of 2 5 6 bits. Okay. So this chooses the random integer. Except of that p is the x of n into 1 let's pick up 7. So we create the two it? 0 to 255. We can start from the 0 to 255 up to 255, which of the meaning for each and every bit for the 8 bit and the also for the 4 bit. Increase the meaning for the 8 bit and also the meaning for the 4 bit. So 0 to 3 minus 1, 2 to 4 to 56 minus 4 to 55. We definitely and the 0 to input level. Yeah. 1, 0, 1 to the left of 7. For example, 1 is 7 of 0, 1 to the 7. The output is of the 1. Yes, the 1 to 1, the output is of 7. 1, 7, 14, 30, 1, 7, 48. Because these 0 to 4, only the 4 bit. I already told that. We told us only for output 4 bit only. So we can use it for the output 0 to 4, 0 to 3. That is the 4. 1, 7, 4, 3. Then 1 plus 4, 3. This is each and every component in the output of the register also. So note we are using the register number, carry only the simplicity 1, 7, 4, 3, 1, 4, 4. So these 1, 7, 4, 3 represent over the response part. Okay, this is PFT. So nowadays the quantum computing, we using our system level of the larger system in the fundamental center. So in IIT Tripura developed system, we can use one of the supercomputers in our India, government of India, to fund a lot of fundamental IEEE developed. We go to quantum computing, go to the quantum mechanics part of the either some of the doing research in the field of quantum computer. Nowadays, lot of companies going quantum computer for external or quantum computer is going into that. That's for the implement of quantum computing itself. So, for example, a lot of quantum technology is going there. So, each and every technology to implement IoT devices is possible using the quantum computer IoT devices to every device to be possible itself. So, this is our quantum computing. So everyone is know that for the artificial intelligence deep learning itself. Okay, this artificial intelligence nothing but already told each and every layer comes from our starting from the 1970s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 20s. This is from the deep layer. This is from the machine learning process. This all the layers coming from machine learning come from our system itself also. So nowadays we growing our quantum computer. So we go to the some of the quantum supercomputers. We can design from our quantum. How many the chip people semiconductor devices that are going in our industry, a lot of semiconductor chips also the implement our the manufacturing sector also. So implementation. Sorry for conflict. If any ask question. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the informative session.
Bring quantum computing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind address, and I hope everyone has received the knowledge you have shared.
Thank you, sir, for the informative session.
Yes, sir. Shall we close the call, sir? Start with the call.
I request all the offline participants to be ready with your presentation. all the students to go to your respective classes.
If you can inform Bala sir, call sir and let them Mugitala.
She said he also said
But
that.
he couldn't listen.
Oh, he listened. Paper ID 66 are already posted in the.
ಏನ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆನಾ
with over 30 years of teaching experience and 13 years of research experience. He has served as head of the department for 18 years, demonstrating exceptional leadership and academic excellence. He has made significant contributions to research with 31 journal publications and 20 conference publications, along with T28 citations and H-index of 9 and of ITIL index of 9. His scholarly work also includes 8 patents and copyrights and 2 book chapters. Dr. Ajit Sir has actively contributed to academia through funded research proposals, student collaborative projects, guest lectures, and industry interactions. He has also been deeply involved in accreditation activities such as ISO, NAC, NBA, and IQAC. Apart from his academic accomplishments, he has contributed to student welfare as Dean of Student Affairs and has received several awards and recognitions. He is also a state-level hockey player, reflecting his all-round personality. We are honored to have Dr. Ajit Sikmanur sir as the session chair for the session. I now request Dr. Ajit Sikmanur sir to kindly chair the session and guide the proceedings. Now I request paper ID 66 to present their items. Paper number 66.
Yes, sir.
audible? Okay. My name is Vaishnavi. I'm from UBDC College of Engineering, Davangere. I'm a full-time research scholar. So today I'm here to present a review on advanced control and optimization strategies for renewable integrated microgrids. So before moving to that, why microgrids? So we know that today present electrical problems are, first we are so we know that we have to reduce the greenhouse gases, and we have to take care about the security of the power system, safety of the power system, and one more thing is we have to control the power system. So to get the reliable power supply to the consumer, so it is our duty that all these three things should be maintained. So for that, one of the best option is microgrids. So microgrids is nothing but what? It can be operated in islanded and in grid integration mode. So microgrid is nothing but the nearby the consumers are going to have sources which is going to generate the power. So like examples like PV, that is solar and wind. So we know that, and like examples like fuel cell also. So we can take the example of PV and solar and wind. So we know that it is not continuous, it is fluctuating. So to maintain that fluctuation and give continuous power to the consumer, it is a big task. To complete that task, so one of the best idea is that if we can go for microgrid. So where the consumers will be there, the power generation can be done there, and it can be directly given to the consumer. And one more thing is we can be operated with on-grid and off-grid mode. So when it is being connected to the grid, it will be complicated. So we can be, to avoid the complicate, so we can go for off-grid integration also. So when it comes to electrical, so it is major, we are going to have water. So it is not, I have already told that it is fluctuating. To maintain, to give the continuous supply is our task. So to do that, so some of the problems like we have to maintain the voltage stability, then frequency we have to match up, and we are only concentrating on the AC microgrid. We are not concentrating on the DC and hybrid also. So then, as the changes in the irradiance and temperature and wind speed, so we cannot match up and give the consumer reliable supply. So to give that, so um, one of the best review paper is this. So we can address the problems, all of this in three control strategies. So first control strategy we can go for, that is loop control, where you are going to control the voltage, and second one is that we are going to stabilize the voltage first. Then in the second controlling mechanism, we are going to voltage and frequency within the limits. Then tertiary we are going to have the control, like we are going to maintain with the grid constraints. So one of the best reason to choose this is, so normally we are going to have what? Constant control.
Okay, I think you are understanding my question. You restrict what you have taken. I think you are understanding my question.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so these are all the supportive things, correct?
Yes, sir.
So your title is the integration, what is the integrated microgrid?
It is a review, sir. So for review.
So what is your findings in the review?
Yes, sir. That will be some.
How you are integrated? What is your findings? You restrict because time is less.
Okay, sir. of the survey papers which we have studied. So by studying all these research papers, we have got some of the research gaps like so lack of unified control framework. So that is existing is we are going to control, optimize, and all will be work individually. If we are going to coordinate all those things, we can get the efficient power supply. And one more is limited focus on the DC hybrid microgrids and hybrid microgrids. So we can go for more concentration could be given for DC and hybrid microgrids and insufficient real-time optimization. So real-time, we are going to data forecasting and controllability, which is not going to happen in the real time in the existing. So next, communication constraints like what it is happening. So some delays will be available. So to avoid that delay, so we can use communication constraints and we can work on that for the future. And inadequate resilience and adaptability. So control mechanisms are fixed. So we can use the variable control mechanisms. So which is not fixed. So it can be varied depending upon the changing conditions. So underutilization of advanced AI techniques. So still existing power system is not updated with the advanced techniques. So we can implement that. So one more is suboptimal storage utilization. So utilization of energy storage is also not is up to the mark. So these are the research gaps which I found out. So for this research gap, so we are going to plan the 3 control strategies in the future.
Madam, what is the base for finding the gap? I think you understand my question. Okay. You have found out the so many gaps.
Yes, sir.
On what basis you have found out these gaps?
Sir, depending upon the existing means present research papers, what they have done. So I have taken that. So depending upon that, I have given this research gap.
What is scientific base? Because you should have some base for the gap.
Sir, depending upon
And
the
I
old.
don't say somebody's paper gap he has not done. That is why I have
So,
is it the way?
no, sir. Standard values of voltage and frequency we are taken in terms of grid related work. So depending upon that and microgrid consideration we have considered. So we have taken that and we have found out this research gap.
No, one question is right. One is generator station, next one microgrid. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And another is panel, this solar panel, another microgrid. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So what plan you are having to integrate these two?
So both are intermediate in nature. So we cannot give continuous supply. So the idea is to that we can try to give the continuous supply to the consumer.
Integration. That is also generating voltage, this is also generating voltage.
Yes, sir. One can be stored at one time, one can be directly used. So because
now you are integrating. I think you understand my question.
Yes, sir. Integration.
So the panel is also generating 230 volts cycle power, correct? The generator is also generating 230 volts 50 cycles, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what is the plan to integrate?
Sir, when the consumers, depending upon the consumer requirement, demand.
The demand leave it. Now I have to speak only integration.
Sir, we cannot depend upon the one particular source. So we require the sources, different sources.
You mean to say that one time one microgrid open, another time?
No, sir, multiple microgrids will be operating at the time.
Okay, so review paper. So what is the technical thing in your paper? Technical.
Technical?
What is the technical thing in your paper?
Sir, voltage and grid stability. Voltage and frequency related to the grid stability we are going to consider and we are going to work.
What stability, how is the stability? Both are generating same voltage and same
Sir, when it is solar, it is DC, sir. We have to convert DC to AC. Wind is AC.
presentation. Next, I request ID number 79 to give the presentation.
Good afternoon, guys. Am I audible? So, my name is Adam Nabi, and I am from CMA Institute of Technology, and I will present my research paper titled Machine Learning Enhanced ETL for Vehicle Localization under Sparse Observation. So, let's move on to the problem statement. So, we know that accurate vehicle state estimation is essential for autonomous systems. However, in real world scenarios, the sensor measurements are often unreliable and noisy. So, and additionally, the sensor model behavior is highly nonlinear, and because of environmental uncertainty like urban canals, tunnels, climate, and forests, it makes the accurate navigation without GPS data challenging. So, the key challenge is to achieve reliable and robust vehicle estimation under sparse and uncertain and incomplete sensor conditions. So for the objectives, we have three main objectives. The first one is to develop a robust vehicle state estimation framework with uncertain sensor conditions. And the second objective is to integrate a neural network with the external Kalman filter to learn and approximate unknown nonlinear sensor models. And the third is to apply the proposed approach for vehicle localization in the ADAS and the autonomous system. So, as a literature survey, the existing localization methods are primarily model-based techniques such as external Kalman filters. But the external Kalman filters completely depend upon the sensor model, accuracy of the sensor model. So, in real-world scenarios, the sensor models are often non-linear, uncertain, or unknown. Therefore, it degrades the performance of the external Kalman filter. And as far as neural networks, this is a data-driven approach. It can capture complex nonlinear relationships, but lacks standalone ability. Now, there is limited research exists in robust integration of model-based and data-driven approaches under sparse and uncertain sensor conditions. This is where we advise our research work. This is the technical part of the research. This is the base for the entire research. This is a ground state model. So we have state representation. We have taken a state vector K, and elements are x1, x2, x3, and x4. X1 and x2 are you can see the image that's in y and x axis, and x1 and x2 are position of the vehicle in north and eastern direction. X3 and x4 are the velocity of the derived from the position in the north and eastern direction. And this is the system dynamics which helps us simulate the base of the vehicle. As you can see, the x of k plus 1 is the next state, and x of k is the current state. And the first matrix is an motion model. And then we have the u of k. U of k is the control input which are given to the vehicle. And then the second matrix, that is the B matrix, and then W of k, that is the noise in the system. And then as far as the measurement model is basically we put two transponders in the vehicle. They took the measurement data, and the output of the sensor data is Y of k. And as you can see, the sensor model is highly nonlinear. And E of k is the process noise. So this is the extended Kalman filter. So this is basically an advanced version of Kalman filter used in systems for nonlinear systems. It has two basic steps: prediction step and correction step. I'll tell you how the entire process works. So we take the vehicle model, we have the previous state, we put in the prediction step equation, and then what we do is we take measurement data from the transponder, and then we compare with the prediction equation, and then we put the final comparison value into the correction step, that is Kalman gain, and that will help us estimate the estimated state. So for the neural network modeling, we have used a feed-forward neural network. It relationship between the vehicle state and the sensor measurement. And we have used the back propagation to minimize the prediction error. And so how it works is we have input layers. So in our function, we are given four input layers: X1, X2, and X3, and X4. We have hidden layer 1 and 2. There are multiple neurons clustering inside that. They will share a transfer of data and prediction. And for output layer, we have this one and this two. That will be the output of the neural model. And we train the entire network and we replace the measurement function as h of x in EKF with the same network. This is the code part where the integration takes place. So the neural network, so the proposed approach is the neural network with EKF to handle the unknown nonlinear sensor model. So in EKF, the prediction depth estimates the next stage using the vehicle model. But in neural network, it approximates the measurement function by generating sensor output from the previous state. So we take data like X1, X2, X3, and X4 into the input as the input is the measurement neural network model, and from there we take the sensor output. That will be the trained data. And this data is replaced in the EKF equation after the prediction step, and then it is compared with the transponder measurement, and then it is put in the update as the correction equation, and then the estimated data for the neural network. So for the result, the first image is the host state and their simulation, and this is the USD input which are given to the model from the system dynamics, and then we have the state estimation trajectory. That is the result of ETF integration with the vehicle simulation. As you can see, there is almost a perfect match. And this is the table shows the performance comparison, mean square error, and as you can see, there is a high difference between limited model and the limited data. And then also the next figure, this is the neural modeling of measurement. That was the output from the neural model, and we can see that there is a perfect match between both the estimated and the true value. The blue color is the true value, and the red is the estimation. And this is the final result for the entire research work. And you can see there's a vehicle error for the first two cases, X1 and X2. And you can see there's a small error, there's a small gap in the S1 and X2 case. This happens because there's a small delay in changing the neural network data in the starting phase. And then you can see the same thing when you look for vehicle velocity and X4. After integration, there's a small change in the starting also. That is also caused by the delay in the neural network. So to conclude, so the hybrid neural network and EKF framework is robust vehicle state estimation under non-linear and uncertain sensor conditions. So the neural network effectively approximates unknown sensor model, enabling the operate without explicit measurement equation. So the integrated approach improves accuracy and robustness compared to the traditional EKF. So this work demonstrates the effectiveness of combining model-based and driven methods for ADAS and autonomous. So, and our future work will be addressing the problem of how to navigate vehicles without GPS. Thank you.
So your title is, okay, you are giving the past observation.
Actually, yeah, because the sensor model is very limited.
Past observation. So last question, what is past observation?
Very limited and very less data is given from the sensor model.
So can you, how you model in your
So we have not taken sensor model data.
Where is reflected your past observation?
So the thing was there is very limited sensor. That's why we switched to neural network. In
your presentation, in which slide this is reflected?
It is not reflected exactly in the slide. I shown that the sensor model is very limited and noisy. So in order to replace that thing, so we train using neural network and replace it with the H of X, that is usually here.
Why you use the neural network?
So the thing was, in EKF, it needs accurate sensor model data, but the sensor model data is very non-linear, noisy, and you can't directly use it in EKF. It will cause a lot of errors. So what we do is not a lot of errors. So accuracy is not enough. It degrades the quality of the work. So what we use is the neural network. We gave the input from the host state, and then we took the sensor Yeah, we got sensor model output. We trained the sensor model to get, and we got a sensor model, the measurement one from non-linear, and then we replace it EKF. That helps in the good accuracy.
No, no, you are wrong so many graphs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you go to the graph?
Yeah, sure.
Only one graph here. Yeah. Now you are shown this graph. From this graph, what you have derived?
What is right? What is this? After integration, we have done the both things. And it's combining. I mean, the results are matching.
My point is here, you are shown the graph.
Uh-huh.
I have the information from this graph.
Okay. What information you are getting from the graph?
Now I can't say that there is a blue, this one and red line is coming like this. We are observing after this one. Normally we are question, what is your finding from this graph?
Finding shows that matching, sir.
What is your finding?
That is the finding that is matching with the what you call the true estimated and the true value. Both are matching. That shows that the accuracy has been improved everything.
You are writing the algorithm to improve the
accuracy. It's matching the.
That is what normally happens.
Yeah.
To supersede the previous somebody's work, I want to show my work as efficient. I will adjust my algorithm so that this graph has to show something. This is my comment. What is your opinion? You adjusted the algorithm so that it shows the efficient.
So the actual algorithm is.
That's why I asked this question. Why don't you observation from this?
Information is the same as what I.
Or simply on the graph?
No, it's not simply wrong. We have written the code for EKF neural network, train the entire model.
That's what the graph is there. What is your finding?
The finding is that both are matching. That's the main finding we have as of now.
Both are matching means.
I mean, see, you're predicting the next vehicle where it's going to go next, and then we also estimated the same thing. And if both the things are matched, that means we can actually predict where the vehicle is going to move. Right?
That's why the first question I raised. Why you are going for this path? Why you are going for the minimum?
Oh, because the sensor data is
not to adjust it.
To adjust this. Comment of coding.
I think you understood my question. You are right for the path.
Yeah, it's just like
to adjust it.
Yeah, so because if it was not for the past, then it won't be like this. It will be a matching system.
Real time, have tested on the real time deployment.
Actually, this was done.
Sir, simulated. It is simulated, correct? Simulated. So how you say that simulated things are correct?
So because you have taken almost similar data and all that. So let's say.
That's why we are asking this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Now I request paper ID number 147 to give the presentation.
Am I audible?
Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kirana. So today I am going to present our research paper, AI powered software system for secure online examination. So, main purpose of this online proctoring is to, today we are using online exams. After COVID, we are using online exams. For that, we need more security. So, for that, we are producing this AI proctoring system. So, what is the main purpose of this is to see the students. So,
in the case of online examination, student may get make cheating and do some other activities. So for seeing that, we are created this AI proctoring system. The main aim is to detect what the students are doing. These are the old papers that are researched on online examination. So we find out what are the gaps and limitations they are done, and on based on that we are created our project. Next, Meghana will continue.
Thank you. Myself Meghana, and now I'm going to explain about the problem statement and objectives of our process. So the rapid growth in the sense, now the online education, the exams are not so relevant to the normal classroom exam. So we use this online exam to detect all the suspicious activities by the students who switch the tab suddenly, and who like they have the eye movements, and who take the help of some other people, which is called impersonation. And further, we even provide a real-time monitoring and detect the cheating things where the students do. Next is the objectives. Now our project has came up with the objectives for the problem to develop an AI-based proctor system for the secure online examination, and to enable real-time monitoring, and to detect the suspicious activities like movements of them, eye movement and background noise and multiple other places, and who even take the help of other persons, and who pretend like they are someone while attending the exam. To implement other browser activities, we track them, like when they switch the tabs and other, we enforce the full screen and full development also, to generate automatic alerts and violation reports whenever the students switch the tabs and other things, they even get the alert. To reduce the manual invigilation, to ensure the fair, transparent, and scalable examination. Overall, our main goal is to have the fairness, accuracy, and automated, scalable examination in the process. Now, my teammates will continue with the next topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the architecture of our project. This system starts with student login. He is login with his credentials. His identify, next step is identify and validation. And when validation is successful, he enters to dashboard. If error in his password and ID, he will not enter the exam. And next, when we start the exam, automatically microphone and camera is activated. And this is the real-time monitoring the student activity. Next, when he is writing the exam in online exam, any suspicious activity will come. Any eye detection, hard visual, media pipe, auto detection, speech, mouth and talking someone, multiple face detection. If any suspicious activity will come, alert five suspicious activities. More than five suspicious activities will come auto submission and exam. If not suspicious activity not detected, write the successfully he will complete the exam. Next is method. First methodology, first user authentication, step 1, step 2 exam initialization, step 3 real-time monitoring, step 4 is activity tracking, step 5 violation analysis, step 6 report
some technology tools. We are using some technology tools using SAIT program and front-end for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and back-end for Flash, and also using some AI tools for USA detection and suspicion activity, video processing for OpenCV, audio for by audio, data entry for SCADA and
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Roshita Nathar. Today I am presenting experimental results. We have tested our system with 10 participants in real-time environment. The system monitored video, audio, and web browser simultaneously. Different cheating scenarios were tested, like looking away from screen, multiple faces detection, background noise detection, switching tabs during exam. The main goal was to check how accurately the system checks and detects suspicious behavior. Results and performance. Results were successfully detected suspicious activities 9 out of 10 cases, achieved 90% accuracy, generated real-time alerts with delay. System performance was smooth, no major lag, handled with multiple models efficiently. The system showed high accuracy and real-time performance with minimal delay. Conclusion. Our system provides secure, automated online examination environment solution. It uses AI, computer vision, and audio analysis. Reduces the need of minimal manual invigilation. Fairness, transparency, and reliability are included. Suitable for large online examinations. Limitations. It depends on good internet connection. Accuracy may be reduced in poor lighting conditions. Cannot fully detect off-camera cheating. Audio detection may produce false alerts. Raises some privacy concerns. While effective, the system has limitations instead to environment and monitoring concerns. Future enhancements are it improves accuracy using advanced AI modules. Add mobile-based proctoring support, better detection for hidden devices, integrate LMS platforms like Moodle, uses analytics to predict cheating behavior. This is the login page. We give the credentials and login here, and it will register our name and email, everything in the register page. That is the dashboard. Here, the student identification is there. Either the student is verified or not, then exam is attended. It will detect cell phone and eye detected and accuracy of the object. Either the object is how much repetition object is detected, that's how multiple cases are detected. I gave you. Thank you.
The question is here, okay, what is the proctoring? What is proctoring?
Proctoring is online the detection.
You have used the word proctoring. Where power?
After it.
Okay, you come to the diagram. Architecture. Okay, so what standards you have used to build this diagram? What standards you have used to build this diagram? You have to use the standard. Or we can say that in this data flow, not data flow diagram, it is not that. If it is flowchart, you cannot say it is architecture. It is flowchart or architecture. So in the architecture, what status you have to use? Okay. Third question is, you are told that you are using the AI to avoid that. Okay, come to the your snapshot, screenshot your question. So now your window is showing the space correction. How you have trained the model to detect it?
Sir, these all are the pre-trained models. Pre-trained models. Ready-made models that we are using in the
So ready-made model already, these images are available, correct?
model is pre-trained, sir. So
My question is here, now you are making AI, correct? So now it is a runtime, right? And in AI, you have to train the model, correct? So to train the model, what images you are taken?
sir, these are ready-made model in the Python, sir. So we don't need to train the model again with the images or these are already present in the market, sir. For this type of software, they have given media pipe,
Okay, so,
and
so already they are built in the product, the Python.
Yes, sir.
If I use to do some person, it will detect it.
Yes, making some
It
cheating,
will
it will
detect.
detect.
It will detect it. Correct?
Yes, sir.
In the Python, already built-in models are there. And if I use that model, okay, and it will automatically detect that what is done by that Python code. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Next question comes to what you have done.
So we have implemented this. So no, in we have taken 15 research papers. So no one can use that type of all the type of pre-trained models. No one used it in their research paper. So we have used that in our project.
Sir, anything you say used means it is not a
Implemented.
If you say I have used this means it is not your work.
We have implemented.
Now, implementation also. What is your contribution to detect this? Python is doing that one. You can use Python.
Sir, for building, we need idea. I some idea we need to build.
Python is doing no. Why is it Python, you are told Python is pre-built are there. If I give this image, it will detect and give the output. Correct or not? And to build this one, 4 people are required. Correct?
This is a mini project from the college sector. So we don't.
My question is here, what is your technical contribution? Your technical contribution.
Implementing for this we are
That is my question. Python is there, it will do everything. I am going to use it.
We added eye gazing for extra.
Right? So technically speaking, that is this is the detection of the movement of the object. Correct? So detection of the movement of the object is done by the Python code. Correct? So then just you have streamlined the Python code. So that is the problem. Correct? Are you understanding my question?
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding or not?
What we have done in this project? So, sir, first of all, I give the literature survey. So, what are the gap and limitations they have in their project? So, we have outcome of that and added.
So my question is how you are detecting this returns also the gap or the deviation error.
Using sir, for making the frames we are using OpenCV. After that, for detecting fail,
I'll tell you, one examination, once runtime image is coming, correct? Where shooting camera, image is coming, and yeah, you are using pre-trained images are there.
Pre-trained images.
Just you compare the runtime and pre-trained images, then you are finding the difference.
Pre-trained models.
No, difference you are finding. Current image and pre-trained.
Yes, sir. For
how much difference you are fixing? Current image, and already pre-trained image.
Yes, sir.
Are they expecting exactly you have to match? Or how
No, sir. For it's making frames for one frame. What are the changing objects detecting?
What is frame?
Frame, sir. We are using OpenCV. We are converting immediate.
What is frame?
Frame. We are breakdowning the images that are converted to frame.
That is what frame. Frame means what? Okay. There are some questions we have okay. Good project, but still, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Now I would like to call paper ID 306 to give the presentation. Very good afternoon to everyone. Myself Navina Ankat from Vijayawardhaka College of Engineering, Mysore. So here we are presenting our work on manual reaction time measurement for specially able individuals. We did this project with the association of All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysore.
Madam, I will come first. Yes. You are from which college? Where is your college logo? Where is your college logo? I'm sorry, because are you authorized to use the Sambhram logo? Conference, this is conference template is your presentation.
Sent by the
No, where is your college? You should check somewhere. Is it wrong to add your college?
It's the first time, so we're not aware that.
That shows your commitment to the college. You don't want to put the logo. Correct, no? We are angry on those. That's why I am not put the logo. This what it is. The where I am representing, I should say tomorrow you are going for the international for the abroad. You are not representing India. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So reaction time is the time taken by a person to respond to a stimulus. It is a neuropsychological measure to access cognitive speed and motor ability. Specially able individuals face difficulties to reacting accurately and fastly. So accessing reaction time gives insights to that is typical borderline missed attention and all. So we also provide a data storage where you can record all the multiple sessions for future progress and analysis.
So I'm Jennifer. I'll be just going through this list of what the literature review that we have done. So in the first paper, a number of students who are deaf and hard of hearing were considered. A test called Bhattacharya's battery was done to go through about the students, and it was seen that they performed better by a significant number than the people who are normal, like who can hear really well. And in the next paper, two tests were they had age-related issues like hearing loss and other cognitive decline, and it showed that reaction time measures when using EEG or MRI machine. And in the next paper, they've considered automated speech reaction recognition based reaction time measurement, and they've compared it with human scoring. So they have seen a significant high result in automated speech recognition. And coming to the next paper, the author has developed a 10 component framework which is used on people who have brain related issues. And they have seen a 50% improvement when the therapy was targeted to those people. And in the next one, they've used 869 students and conducted an aptitude test which had mixture of reaction time tests. And they have seen an improved accuracy in the estimation of the responses, which showed whether the responses were genuine or they were just guessing the answers. And then coming to the next one, they've analyzed the academic results of about 700 students, where they've seen that reaction time is related to the academic result, meaning the people who react well often have high academic scores. And coming to the next paper, there's something called unconscious learning where people use visual learning. So in that, it yielded a result of 20% more than auditory learning. And coming to the next one, around 83,000 people were analyzed, examining sedentary time and cognitive function, where people with sedentary abilities had lower reaction time compared to people who move about move about normally. And then coming to the last one, the reaction time is 15% slower when complex tasks are involved, which is compared to which has higher sensitivity than finger tapping senses. So this is the literature conclusion that we came about, and we have a methodology proposed accordingly. And Lakshmi, I'm going to explain methodology. First, the proposed system is a web-based and hardware-independent reaction time platform, which is designed to work on different devices without needing any additional application. The user interface is inclusive and accessible, which is designed according to the WCAG and Section 508 standards, which ensures ease of use for the especially able individual. The proposed system has several key features. First is multimodal stimuli and feedback, such as visual cues like color changes, auditory signals like beep, and tactile through device vibration. And automatic speech recognition is integrated to capture the verbal responses, so which ensures the hand-free interaction and ensures the accessibility. And lastly, the system includes automated data logging, like the user it continuously records user responses and performance for further analysis. Now I'm going to explain the workflow. Like first, initially the stimulus is presented with a random delay of 1 to 3 seconds. So like it can be either a visual or auditory or a tactile. And the reaction time usually starts when the timer starts when the stimulus appears, and the user can give their responses to different input modes like a tap or a button or through their voices. So the reaction time is calibrated by the formula response time minus stimulus time, and the data is logged, and this overall process is repeated for multiple times to improve the accuracy and reliability. Coming to the research gap, even though we have many advancements in the reaction system, but there are still some challenges that remain the same. For example, like calibrating the reaction time accurately is difficult in web-based system because of delays and the background process, as they can really affect the result. And also due to the hardware variations such as screen refresh rate, microphone quality, and also due to the input devices used. This all can lead to the inconsistent measurement. And many studies use a small sample sizes which limit their ability to apply their findings to the large population. So there is a need for developing a simple and accessible reaction time measurement system.
Coming to the future scope, this project has to track how people think and learn and move it into over time, especially both in therapy and special education. We can also get connected with assistive tools or learning platforms to make learning more personalized. We can also add more brain tests like physical fusion frequency tests to measure other cognitive skills. Machine learning can also be used to predict other mental and or other developmental changes using long-term reaction time data. Gaming version can also be made to keep the children more interested and engaged. In the future, we can also implement tactical feedback through device vibration. Coming to the conclusion, I would like to say that reaction time may serve as a simple yet effective measure of brain function. This project focuses on how how such assessments make more accessible, accurate, and inclusive for diverse users. Thank you. Any questions?
What is the technical thing in this presentation? The technical thing.
The technical thing is that we are trying to implement this and do a software on how measuring reaction time, accurate and precise reaction time.
Two things I observed. Technical, you are trying. What is it by trying? No, my question is very straightforward. My question is, what is your technical thing in your presentation? So have you provided any solution, algorithm, or methodology? What is your proposed solution? Have you created that?
So we are implementing that. Not yet completed.
Implemented or implementing?
Implementing.
So what level it has reached? Zero?
Starting stage.
Starting zero.
So like we have collected questions and stimuli.
Okay, come to the okay. You have created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct? 5 columns are there. Correct, sir? And last column will be, what is that last column? Limitations and relevant. Okay, my question is here, why you are using this column?
The paper, this should show why it is relevant to our, why we consider studying those papers. The limitations in that paper, like shows what the author has
So that means how many papers you are having? One, two, three, nine. Okay. So 9 people have not done correctly.
No, it's every paper. In every paper, the author mentions the limitation and official scope. They
This
consider
is
that
limitation mentioned by author or
mentioned in the paper. What is mentioned in the paper?
no, no, or you are finding.
Mentioned in the paper. Mentioned in the paper.
They are mentioned in the paper or speaker. No, no, limitation means they have given the limitation or they have given limitation. So how you abstracted 90 to the single problem? 9 limitations you have found out, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 limitations are there. Correct? You have written this column. And how you have made a 9 that goes into the one row?
So we've considered all that and come up with a solution to our problem. It's not like necessarily consider all nine. But we've kept in mind and come up with a solution to see what we can do.
That is my question. How you have formulated your problem?
So our problem mainly was to get a simple, accessible user interface to measure reaction time. So the age limit was
No, no,
to be
you are
met.
intelligent, simple, accessible, correct?
Yes.
No, why you are taking this reference?
Because we can't simply
No, no, in what way they have helped you?
to come up with how we can make it accessible. That is why we can't simply make a user interface. We have to see how it can be made accessible to people. What are the limitations?
My question, are you understanding or not?
Yes, you asked us how we
9 people support your taken to frame your problem, correct? 9 papers, 9 support you have taken to frame the problem. One question is how you have framed, are you taken all these 9 as a base, or you have thought that it has to be done like this, simply I have put 9 papers. That is what I have asked you the question. How you have made your problem statement based on this?
this was a problem statement given to us by All India Speech and Hearing. So they told us to work on like see what all you can come up with and give us solution. That's all. All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysore.
Have you told anything?
Sir, we mentioned it earlier. Yes, sir.
Your presentation, this requirement is given by the.
Yes, sir. I told him to start.
No. Why? You have to mention or not?
I mean, in future we will mention it also.
And
Still we are learning how and all these are also.
first thing is your forgotten college logo. And second is problem is given by that requirement user, that is second. And third, my observation in the presentation, all of you four are using word. After telling literal view, review, are you using is it correct? Are you using or not?
Yes.
My question is here, why you are using that my observation correct is
Yes.
my because is there any speciality I have to use that and then why you are using? No, literature, review, so is it giving impression to the audience? Madam, you are used or not? Why? So when you are doing this, then why are you? Okay, it's a good start. Okay, but more questions you have taken the 5 to 7 year time. That is one more question. Why you taken 5 to 7 years? That you have to tell me. That 5 to 7 years, who has given? Those are given, correct? You are doing this project for that this company APR. And when they need this one, why you are doing it? Are you understanding my question? Your paper ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವರು. Your problem is given by All India Hearing Speech Center, correct? You have to develop the product for them. Why you are telling these are the problems these people are working for? Are you finding that somebody has done that solution?
So we are improving the solution. Like there is a software that is DMDX. It is not user friendly. We need to train people to use it.
Yeah, you have to tell that user friendly software what is they are using now. For that, what is your improvement?
So yeah, that was not.
Are you giving improvement for all the programs?
So like we're keeping in mind and trying some of it like.
That was my question. Are they supporting?
Yeah, sir, a bit.
So still you are not working technically. That's why you are not telling me. Technically, nothing is there. You have to accept it. Okay. So thank you, people, to provide your good people.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presentation. Now I would like to call paper ID 312 to give a presentation.
Good afternoon, ma'am and sir. Thank you for this opportunity. I would now like to start my presentation. So the topic for the day is autism spectrum detection. So my guide is Dr. Saidevi MS, she's the HOD of Computer Science and Engineering. So I'm from BNM Institute of Technology. You can go to the Hello, check. When we talk about autism, so for example, let's take Down syndrome. So if you have a image data set, you can look at a person and you can tell whether this person has this particular disability or not, based on training multiple data sets, based on training on multiple data sets. But when you talk about autism, you can't literally look at a person and tell whether he has autism or not. It's more of a inner physical, it's more of an inner behavioral kind of diagnosis you need to do to deduct whether a person has autism or not. So I am basically what I have tried to develop in my project. I have taken ATL and MChat. So these are certain powered conversational questionnaires. So it's like a yes and no questionnaire based on certain questions. I will tell what is the probability that this person has autism or not. So those are conversations. So these are not diagnostic tools. So basically, I am not a doctor. I am trying to be a assistant to a doctor. So it is a diagnostic tool. It helps in evaluating, person evaluation and autism related support. You can go to the next. Okay, so exactly when we talk about autism, so it starts from childhood. So we never know whether a person has autism or not. So even when he is 60 years old or if he's a 1-year-old baby, we can never conclude whether a person has autism or not. So I'm trying to develop this SQTD based questionnaire using SAP and 3 types of machine learning models. So I have used logistic regression, random forest, those models and SAP. I've used SAP. And I've used all these three to conclude whether a person and predict whether a person has autism or not. So you can go to the go to the next slide. I come up. So let me talk about the literature. So in the first phase of my project, I had done the literature survey and based on multiple papers from different authors, different international and both Indian authors. autism also. So that is what I showing in the research. Okay, you can go to the previous slide. So these are the research gaps that I have found. So there is a lack of user-friendly and interactive screening system for non-experts. So if I'm not an expert, simply I can't handle doctor's things. Right? So I'm trying to make it as user-friendly as possible. And I've also uploaded it in cloud so that anyone can access it. Anybody can access it. And then there is tools like EGG and MRI. So these are all available in the doctor certified tools. So common man like me cannot access those tools. So I was trying to create a project so that even a common man can access it. So I also combined sensitivity and impact questionnaires. So these are the questionnaires based on which you can deduct the probability of presence of autism or not. You can go to the next slide and then okay, so this is the proposed methodology. So based on this, so there are these are I am providing 10 questions. So you have the 8 to 10 and the abstract questions, and these are the demographics. So you need to enter your age, you need to enter your sex, whether you're male or female, and then family history of autism. So based on that, there are 10 questions which you need to answer. All these 10 questions, after answering, you can select 3 machine learning models. You can select random forest classifier, logistic regression, or XGBoost algorithm. And after that, okay, for extendability, I have used SHAP. So after that, once you press enter, it will go back and it will process, and then you get the probability score whether the person has autism or not. And then that will be taken as the output and actionable guidance or small sentence. What to do next? Will be given as well. And then I am also trying to maintain the data privacy and ethical compliance by doing all this. You can go to the next slide. Okay, now let's talk about why I use these models. So when we talk about random forest model, so this is the primary prediction model which I use. So it takes the MQ10 and MSAT and let's say there are different data types. So they use random forest to handle different data types and resist overfitting. So lots of overfitting might occur in random forest. So that is why I am using random forest here. And when we talk about logistic regression, so technically logistic regression is basically applied on binary data. So you can try to get the numerical outputs using binary data. So I'm using that baseline or a calibration model. It gives interpretable and calibrated probability. So that is why I use logistic regression. And finally, when we come to XGBoost, so here what we are doing, XGBoost, here we are trying to push the gradient which is phenomena, so that we are trying to push the XGBoost, so that the performance is optimized. So we get a optimized performance. So this is also done on cellular high accuracy and structured clinical data. You can go to the next. So why? So when we talk about the external activity stage, we talk about SHAP. It runs on probability score. So we take so SHAP basically why we use why and SHAP is nothing but Shapley additive explanation. That is the full form of SHAP. Here I am trying to analyze these. SHAP basically gives the distributed functionalities output of distributed functionalities. That is why I am using SHAP. So it gives the actionable guidance output. It turns raw probability into something clinical. So the model will give the raw probability, but it can be turned into clinical and medical by the doctor. So we can go through the report. We can give the medical analysis of my output. Okay, and also I use it to maintain the data privacy and ethical consideration. You can go to the next slide. Okay, so this is how the user interface of the zoom in. Okay, very one.
you put to the slide back. Come back. First slide is literature review, first gap. Okay. Is it next? Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So you are given the title of proposal and methodology. Correct? Okay. So diagram. So not trying. You have to relate it. You are trying. I should understand that. I'm not understanding. No. Not the explanation. When you give this slide to somebody, and you are given the proposed methodology. What is methodology? Nothing. No, it is nothing but how. No, methodology is nothing. You are told methodology is nothing. Nothing but I am like. Nothing is already gone. But I think start. This is your English. Why are you using nothing? Man, you are showing diagrammatically and you are telling methodology. That was the slide that I told you. Architectural diagram. So is it reflecting in the diagram there? The meaning should give no proposal methodology and what you have done the work, they should match each other. Okay, and next. Sir, there is one principle in the research work, project work. Yes, project work. So you are came here for the research work presentation, not project work. You are came to corporate. You are came to the corporate research to project the research work, not project work. Yes, sir, I have also done research. Based on the research, I have done this. You have to speak research here, not project. What is the difference between project and research? Research is a very long process where you use multiple data sources. First to understand that we can okay, use that one. Sir, you are having the one the random forest. Correct? One is logistic regression, and is also I think. What is random forest? Not basically. No, what do you mean? See, you are using words. Random forest is basically means elaborately. No, you speak communicate. Are you understanding my question? Basically means there is something different. Random forest is you start, not basically. So all three are prediction models, correct? Correct, and already they are available. So what you have done? Already these are algorithms. They are available, but they are not trained on the data set. I have given my particular data set and I have trained it. I have trained the model on that data set. So I am very specifically, it's like an agent. I have tried only on that domain, only on the domain, only on the autism domain. And there my innovation comes. My question is, these are the prediction algorithms. Already they are available. They do that. No, sir, but they are available. But that doesn't do only for autism. It is just a model which is available. It is not for autism. I have made it for autism. I have added code. Do you claim that your contribution is to fit this algorithm to the others? I understand my question. Three algorithms you are fitting to the application. That is what is autism. No, I am saying more. No, you are fitting these three algorithms to the autism. No, not autism. I am fitting it to the application. That is autism. It is finding the autism. Yes, finding whether the person has autism. That is, so to find out that one, you are using three algorithms, correct? So there is one fundamental statement in the research. Anything you are used, that is not your work. Anything you are used means you cannot say that it is my work. So that means I have to remove these three. Correct? If I remove these three, what is remaining?
Can you go to next page? Okay, we talk about chat. Chat. So when we talk about chat,
Now in the SAP, what is your algorithm in the SAP? SAP, you are using, this SAP is constructed, so that is constructed with that algorithm, correct? It's separate. If it is separate, why you explain those three?
that is for pre-processing stage. This is for explainability stage. There you pre-process the data. This SAP is used to explain what is the explain the pre-processed data. We use SAP so that you get the you explain the pre-processed data. You have the pre-processed data. Then pre-processed the data.
I wanted to display the banner background.
So what pattern
We
you
need
are
to take the video.
deriving? Are you deriving pattern or some other way?
That's what I explained in the output slide.
No, what is that pattern? What is pattern?
Yes. This is the pattern. You can see all of the questionnaires they're given as yes. That is why it is showing red. Whereas one thing is given as no. So this is the pattern. You can see the pattern right. Multiple patterns. So this is the pattern of questions being answered. Each one is being no. So that is based on that you detect what is the probability of a question.
If the answer pattern is like this, it is audible.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I'm giving the probability so that doctor can take the final decision.
No, my question is, if this pattern is followed, you are concluding that.
Yes, if this pattern is followed, I am concluding that this is the probability of this person having autism or not.
Okay, so last one statement was made. If I remember correct, so I have developed a website. Anybody interested? No, anybody interested, you can work with that questionnaire. Correct? Suppose if I followed knowingly or unknowingly, if I followed this pattern, I am autistic.
No. I'm trusting you so that you honestly answer. So you are using your honesty to answer, no sir. If you put random values, if you put everything else, obviously you have autism. If you honestly take the question and then you take up the exam. If you successfully answer everything wrong, you obviously fail.
No, my question is, knowingly or unknowingly, if I follow this pattern, I'll come to the criteria for autism.
9 questions, yes, and put one question wrong. Obviously you will get it wrong. You have to honestly answer the question.
Huh?
Only when you honestly answer a question,
So you have to ensure that correctness of the correctness of the validation.
yes, I'm trying to give it to you so that you honestly answer the question. And based on what honest answers you are given, my model is predicting whether a person has autism or not.
No, already you fixed the pattern.
No, this is an example. This is an example, sir. It's an example.
That's what my question I was asked. Have you derived the generic pattern so that I can validate this one? Pending validation has to be done.
No, validation of test data has already
So in that case, you have to take the method up. And the suddenly you are telling now I have website open with test and knowingly unknowingly if I follow this pattern, I will become like this. Okay. Okay, thank you.
लैपटॉप अनलॉक चलो भाई पहले खा लेते हैं, चलो खाली हो, खा ले।